Everything else is analog, as far as I know. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote. Don't. No, don't quote. Stop it. No quotes, okay? Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Take 2 seconds if you do like the video to give the video a like. That helps. That helps me. That just helps. Can't explain it. It just helps. All right, I am a huge Vox fan. I've owned the AC15 combo. I've owned an AC15 head. I've owned a Vox Mini Super Beetle. I always screw up that name. I say Super Mini Beetle. And various other Vox amps. In fact, I'll put a playlist up in the cards, and you can check that out after. See all the Vox videos I've made. Super huge Vox fan. Last year I had an AC15 head. I sold that. I was Voxless for a little while, if that's a term that I just made up. I was Voxless. So I bought this little Vox AC10 from Sweetwater online. I've had it for a couple months. And I just bought it as a regular customer, no special deals, or this isn't a promotion or sponsored video or anything like that. It's my amp. I wanted to get one, so I got it. And I've spent some time playing with it. And you can check out my original unboxing and first impressions video. I'll put that in the cards as well. I have affiliate links to it if you want to get one online. Thomann or Sweetwater, Amazon, all the various links, depending where you are in the world. Look around, find the best deal, and enjoy. Anyways, that's not the focus of this video. Focus of this video, this is a deep dive review and demo of the amplifier. Now, this amplifier is pretty simple. So I want to go over the specs and the features and options, and that's not going to take very long. Really, the focus of this video is getting tones and trying out different tones with different guitars. Now, the appeal of this amp, now why did I get rid of the AC15? It was too big basically for this room. I wanted something a little bit smaller. I had the Vox Mini Super Beetle for a while, and that was also good. I got to the point where I had too many amps at that time. That was a whole other thing. And what appeals to me is the size. In case you can't tell, this is a very small room. We're talking like 8 by 12 feet. I don't need big amps in here to get good sound. So that's a small amp, 10-inch speaker. I like that it was tube. I can get Vox tones, and the price wasn't crazy. We're not talking about something that's gonna cost you an arm and a leg or a foot and an ear. I don't know where that saying came from. And it's very simple. Very simple features. It's not loaded with digital stuff. It has a digital reverb, but that's about it. Everything else is analog, as far as I know. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote. Don't quote. Stop it. No quotes, okay? I make mistakes. I try my best. We're gonna take 3 guitars that I have. We're gonna take a Telecaster, and we're gonna take a Stratocaster, and we're gonna take a PRS SE Custom 24. So that gives you like Tele single coil tones, Strat single coil tones, and the PRS will be like our humbucker, Gibson-y kind of, it's gonna cover the humbucker range for tones you can get. All right, let's go. Super simple front panel layout. They call it the front panel even though it's on top. You can't see it from the front. But anyways, going from right to left, which is kind of reverse, but you got your mains control, you got your mains power switch, and the light beside it is the indicator to show that the power is on. You got your master volume, you got your reverb, treble, bass, and a gain control, which controls the amount of gain. It's separate from the master volume, which is great. You can have the gain all the way up, you can have the master volume down. It allows a lot of flexibility. And then you've got your guitar input jack. Looking at the rear panel, super simple. You've got your plug for your power, and there's an external speaker out, so you can go 10 watts into 16 ohms. In terms of specs, also very, very basic, very simple. The output power is 10 watts of RMS. It's loaded with one 10-inch Celestion VX10 speaker. Got one input, it's single channel. Got the external speaker output that I mentioned. The tubes are 2 12AX7s and 2 EL84s. And the whole unit weighs 27.12 pounds. There you go. You can see how simple it is. You can dial in something really quickly. You're not fiddling with the knobs, and you can just play. Turn it on and play. It doesn't take that long to heat up as well, which is nice. So now, this is the summary. This is my pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. These pros and cons are always personal taste. You can take it or leave it, and you can agree with me or disagree with me. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this stuff. So let's start with the pros. First pro, and this is also a con at the same time, but it's surprisingly loud. Don't think that this amp is going to be too quiet for your house. You might even get away with playing in a band with it. And I always say it depends on the venue and it depends on the band. There's a good chance you can mic that up and be okay. Depends on the size of your stage, depends on where you're playing, and depends on how many people in the band. If you got 18 guitarists and 6 drummers, probably not gonna be okay. I like the tube tones I get out of it. Vox tone is definitely a personal thing. It's got a mid scoop, right? You're missing a lot of the mids. But if you're into that, that's cool. And it sounds different with different guitars. All right, moving on. You can get great cleans out of it, dial back, you get really good clean tones, so you're covered there. I gotta say, if an amp can't do clean tones, why do you have that amp? I always say that when I hear people say that it's got great clean tones. I hope so. Come on. I think the dirt and gain tones are a little bit more challenging. Leads me into the next pro. It's got great gain tones, and that's always personal taste, right? It doesn't sound great with every guitar I have, and you have to dial in certain settings, but overall, I like the Vox grittiness, the gain chiminess, if you want to call it that. There's just so many words to describe stuff. Okay, so there's my pros. Moving into the cons. And like I said, it's surprisingly loud, so it's probably too loud. This is a con. If you got an apartment and you can't play loud with neighbors, you probably don't want this amp because you can't really have it at a low volume. It's already loud at 1. There aren't numbers on the dial, but I'm guesstimating that I'm at 1 and it's really loud. The digital reverb, I gotta say it's okay. It's not great. It's there. It's kind of on or it's off. There's not really much variance. It's very present while it's on, so you can kind of dial in a little bit and it's very, very present. That's the best way I can say it. It's always very wet, and you turn it up too much and you're kind of drowning out your sound. But maybe that's what you're going for. There's a lot of music that could use that, so if you're going for that, that's a great feature to have. And this is another minor con. This is very common with some Vox amps that I know. No effects loop. So you got no effects loop in this one. However, if that doesn't matter to you, you're okay. If you were looking for a similar amp, but it's a step up, you're looking at the Vox AC10 S1. That does have an effects loop. And it's basically the same amp with a 12-inch speaker and 30 watts versus 10 watts and 10-inch speaker. So maybe check that one out. If you need an effects loop, you want to run your delay after the gain, and it's just something you need. I know a lot of people want it. All right, I turn this over to you. Vox AC10. What is your experience with this amp? Do you like this amp? Have you played one before? What are your pros and cons? I'm always curious for some feedback. Let me know. I haven't done any upgrades on this amp. Let me know if you've done any upgrades you like. Is there a better speaker that you think I might like? Have you changed your tubes? Have you done anything? It's all stock right now, and I don't have any plans to do any upgrades for now, but I always like to do mod projects in the future, so maybe, we'll see. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Click a like on the video if you do like the video. Check out the links in the description. If you're looking to learn guitar, I've got guitartricks.com. I'm affiliated with that. And if you want to buy this amp, take a look at the affiliate links. Always up to you, but it's greatly appreciated. It helps support the channel. I also have a membership. If you want to be a member of this channel, it's basically a tip jar. You don't really get anything. It's just for fun. Is that fun? I don't know if that's fun. As always, play guitar and have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hey. Hey, hi, hey. All right, hey. Hey, how's it going? Take 2 seconds if you do like this video to click